What are you gonna do today?
Get fucked and play with some bubble wrap.
Jerry!
Seinfuck. Oh, man. I am feeling out of it. I gotta be honest with you. So I think this is gonna be like a chode episode. It's gonna be a thick but short.
A thick but short, just like I like it. 2 feet. 2 feet.
2 feet.
2 feet. I have a lift.
Yeah, that's not a penis. That's a tumor.
We are short stack supremacists here on Seinfuck.
Well, we respect our short kings.
Well, not just the kings.
We respect our short kings, our short queens, our short and thick queens.
Ladies, stop going to the gym, I implore you. Except for certain ones, you know who you are. You need the gym more than you need air. I wanted to start off this episode of Seinfuck by asking you all to join me in an experience, a game that I thought up here.
Oh wow, we're getting right into the segments. That's pretty quick.
I'm gonna burn it right off the bat because Malcolm's jet lagged and you have some sort of generalized anxiety, I'm sure, Robert.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm in one place too long. I start getting really itchy and I start looking for the door.
Yeah, Robert's like one of those kids that you see in the police interrogation videos when they get left alone and it's on like the tracking camera where it speeds up the footage, so they're like fidgeting.
And I'm just like pacing. And
fidgeting at a very high speed.
I was gonna say, I feel like he's more like the guy who like is at the party and he goes into the bathroom trying to like join in on the group that's doing coke, and then they're like, "We can't. You're too much already."
Have you been there? Oh my goodness, I've been there. That's a feeling.
I've been there at a comedy club bathroom where they were just like. Where they just sort of assumed I had already done a very fat line.
I knew it.
No more for you, okay?
Yeah.
Just like, hey guys, how's it going? Like, whoa.
whoa. Yeah, that's where the anxiety comes out. They're just like, hey man, how are you doing? And they're like, all right, this guy is fucking too intense for us. He's not sad enough like beneath the eyes.
I may have just snorted a line that was probably 50% crack, but goddamn, Mud, calm down.
That's just what happens when you take your Zoloft upside down.
Okay, so what is your segment, Harper? And then we'll hear from Malcolm about his trip.
It's a test. It's a test of honesty played for 5 points.
All right.
So you have the option to tell me something very true in response to a question, or to make something up. And if you trick me, you get a point. But if you're telling the truth and I don't guess it, no point. You know what I mean?
Wait, so you have to get it right for us to get a point? So we're not trying to stump you?
No, we are trying to stump him.
Okay.
It's like a reverse stumping in a way.
What does that mean?
The game will work fine. Don't worry. It'll work fine.
So what happens if you say, or if you ask whether it's true or not, and it was true? So you guess between us whether it's true or false. If it's true, do we get a point?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just tool around with the mechanics of this game for a little bit longer. Can we talk about Malcolm's trip for a second?
No. You
no.
did yourself.
We did this bit last episode.
Okay. All right. Well, check this out. All right. Let's just go with it. Okay.
Okay.
And
right.
If you successfully lie to me, we'll do it like this. If you successfully lie to me, you get a point. If you tell me the truth and I think it's bullshit, you get a point. Can we work with that?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
All right, you're stumping me. I thought about this game in reverse for some reason. This is mostly due to the fact that I've been poop socking War After the Lich King Classic for the last 48 hours.
God damn it.
Oh my god. All right.
No, it's the man is addicted.
You're addicted.
I haven't touched it. Thank you very much.
You can touch this.
The only thing I've touched is myself.
This reminds me of an obscure sports show that I used to watch called Stump the Schwab. It was
Stump the Schwab.
Yeah.
The Carl Schwab?
Is that a euphemism?
No, it was that. So there's a guy named Howie Schwab, and he was ESPN's first stats guy. And so it was like this show on ESPN2, I think, where like he would just like have like other sports fans try to see if like he could like if they could outbeat him because he knew like he was like Rain Man for like football stats. He'd be like, Doug Flutie had like 6 interceptions in this Buffalo Bills game from like 1993, and it's like that was like 18 years ago. How did you get that?
So I want to say this: Howie Schwab sounds like a dude who's getting fucked in the ass in a male porno.
Yeah, the question is he a male porn star or a professional bowler?
Professional porn star or statistician.
Let me show a photo of Howie before we go. Before we get into your game, Harper, and then we'll you can tell me, is he a bowler or a porn star?
Let me take a look at this gentleman.
Is he a catcher or a pitcher?
Yeah, these are all very valid questions, boys.
That man is definitely a bowler.
Yeah, he's bowled a perfect.
He exudes bowler energy.
He's thrown a turkey in his life, I'll tell you.
Or maybe he's a darts player.
Yeah, darts players do look like that more often than not.
Look at that guy.
Oh God,
that's me in 20 years.
That's him now.
Isn't that just the Live to Win guy from fucking the World of Warcraft South Park the South Park World of Warcraft special?
Yeah, that's the guy.
That's the guy who knows his stats.
Google Howie Schwab and you'll know like immediately if you know anything about that.
He's just like a classic like Midwestern dad with a goatee, and he's got a big beer belly.
That man is not a dad. That man is wifeless without kids.
Same, brother. He knows how it is. It's a struggle.
Meeting new people, playing WoW most of your life, and poop socking it.
So the first question here, remember, it's for 5 points. We'll just rapid fire them out. We'll see what we can get.
Okay.
All right.
What is your most fond childhood memory?
Who's going first?
Yeah, Robert, do you want to go?
Yeah, we'll start with Robert, then we'll go to you, Malcolm.
Okay. Fondest childhood memory, because this in itself is a little bit of a hard thing, because I don't have a lot of memories when I was a kid, or at least not a lot of strong memories, and strong good memories, that's even rarer.
All right, I'll go. I'll give Robert some time. Okay, so yeah, one of the things that a fond memory from my childhood that I remember was, so when I was growing up, my parents, before they divorced, had a house that was not very far away from my grandparents' house, and like I would like ride my bike between their house and my grandparents' house. Now, obviously, I was usually like I was chaperoned either by my mom or one of my grandma or my grandpa, but there was always this like one house like right in between the houses that like was always like, you don't want to go in that house. And I was always like, why not? Like, what's wrong with this house? It was like this like older, like very thin man like lived in the house, and it was like people in the neighborhood used to be like, he's a pedophile. Like he don't go near him. Like if he offers you anything, don't go near him.
Of course, Malcolm's favorite childhood memory has to do with pedophiles.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
No.
The thing with this story is that, and so I was like, oh, what the fuck? And like, you go by and, he would wave and stuff. And then it wasn't until a few years later that I got older, I found out like I guess he passed away and like stuff was being moved, and then found out not a pedophile. He was just a gay man. Like he was just like
oh no.
He was just a nice gay man in a suburban neighborhood in like the late 90s. Like that was what
that's basically painting a target on your back. Jesus.
What he was. And I was like, what is that? And then also there was a time where when they would be like, oh, he's a pedophile. It was like, oh, and there was another one I remember where one of my mom's friends is like, don't worry about him. He only likes little girls. And I was like, what the fuck? Oh my
God, Jesus Christ.
And it's because I guess they must have found, I guess he, probably did drag or something at some point.
Haven't we all?
They're just going through this man's trash and find like a skirt or something.
But that wasn't the fond memory. That was just a side note.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's true.
It's the fun memory.
It's too late.
So anyway, there was a gay guy being persecuted in my neighborhood.
Sweet memories, the early 90s. There was no time like it. Robert, what's yours?
No, let him finish.
No, but my actual fond memories. So I would go to my grandparents' house, and they would have a monkey tree out front, and we would used to my brother and I. It was planted right next to a rock, and we would jump over it. And one time, my grandfather was like, "I'll jump over this with you guys," because even though he was like 79 at the time, and he couldn't jump high enough, and the monkey trees are like kind of pointy. And it hit him right in the dick. Like it was right in the.
Oh no!
So they got a spike right in the Spike right in the dick.
True, right?
Yeah, that was true.
All right, we got one. Fuck you, no point
No point to
for
Malcolm.
telling the truth.
Okay, well, my favorite, or I guess my favorite childhood story, which is not really like a good story. So when I was about 13, 14, I was heavily dealing with depression and suicidal tendencies. And Jesus, I can't even say that
Malcolm, what
straight.
are you cracking up over there for?
It's funny.
It's Suicide Prevention Month, you
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
asshole. During Suicide Prevention Month.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this is true, by the way.
Not even finished.
Well, you're not
No.
finished because you're still talking on this podcast.
Exactly. Definitely not finished being
All right.
depressed.
I think I'm gonna get canceled harder than Netflix canceled.
Oh god. When I was 13, 14, I was dealing with some heavy suicidal tendencies and some depression. I didn't really know what to do with myself. My brain was sort of overacting and underacting, and my parents didn't know what to do with me. But my mom is an incredibly sweet person. She still is. And she and I took a road trip up to Colorado in a little town called, there was Taos in Mexico, or New Mexico is where we went. And then we drove up to Durango in Colorado. And it was really cool. It was like it wasn't quite winter, or I think it was probably the end of winter. So probably like end of February. So close to my birthday. And this is funny. All we did when we went up there, we went and checked out the Shining Hotel, the hotel that was in The Shining.
Oh, that's based.
And it was honestly one of my favorite memories.
Hell yes. All right, well, I'm going to say that's true.
Hold on, where did you say this was?
It's in Durango.
In which state?
Colorado.
I'm going to say that's false.
You know what it is? It's false with a bit of true.
All right, well, you can't intermingle true and false. It's got to be completely bullshit. I'm making the rules here, all right? I have the gun.
Shut the fuck up.
I have the peace
it's
level
false,
at you.
then.
All right, well, you stumped me.
I will explain why it's false.
You stumped me on it anyway, so you get the point.
It's false in that we went to the hotel where The Shining was filmed, but it is true that we stayed at the hotel that was inspired. What a
bullshit distinction. Taking that point back. Fuck you.
No, don't you fucking dare. That is my point.
No.
That is my point.
No. Next question.
Give me my point.
What is your favorite color?
I shared something very vulnerable. I want my point.
All right, jeez.
Okay, fine. I'm fine. We'll make sure he threatened to do an act.
Hey, can we get this?
Jesus.
Can we get this guy like a visit from Cena or something? Calm him down.
Yeah, let's 515 him.
Yeah, hold on. I'll call him. I'll call him up for you. Hold on.
All right. Okay, wait.
你好, Georgina. 出去跑好哦.
Being chilling.
Sure. Yeah. Next question.
Okay.
Next question.
What kind of people do you consider to be not people, not real people? Do not answer with races, please.
Please. Or sexualities.
No, of course I was not going to answer with the races.
Yeah, those are the only restrictions I'll put on this one because I love all those people out there in podcast land. Love you, babe.
Yeah.
Harper's gonna how like comedians will get in hot water then release a special they'll say just they have a set that's like trans people aren't real and then like a month and then they get in hot water and just like it's just a joke
no, it's not that. It's like it's not just it's just a joke. You guys have such thin skin. It's also like what about like free speech? Like I'm pushing boundaries. All right, I'm a boundary pusher. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. I push boundaries, all right? You don't like it? Go somewhere else, all right? Go to one of your safe rooms. If you don't like boundaries, go fuck yourself. Like, that's
They
what
do that. They get into it, and they're just like, but you guys are so sensitive. It's a joke. It's a joke. And then a month later, they'll come out with a special that's just like Truth Sayer, and it doesn't have any jokes in it whatsoever.
Yeah, it's the Dave Chappelle
so
theory.
true.
That was all the last Chappelle. Dude, I hated that Chappelle special specifically because he was just like, I knew a tranny growing up.
Oh god.
I know. I was like, this is not a comedy special. This is a man ranting. Like, there was like an time when like he was super funny, but like now I feel like it's just one of those things of like, hey man, work on your fucking act. Like you're.
But then I started getting persecuted because people thought I hated transsexuals, and so that transsexual killed himself, and it's all your fault.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. No, you know who's the only comedian who could like kind of like run with that shtick, but actually like made jokes and was funny?
Eddie Izzard?
Because they didn't actually like, obviously he didn't say any fucked up shit or anything.
I guess
like
Eddie
that.
Izzard is
Yeah,
one.
Eddie Izzard for sure.
Yeah, she's great. No, yeah, I'm thinking Lewis Black.
Lewis Black,
Oh, yeah.
Lewis Black couldn't offend anybody because
Exactly, but that's the thing.
You just think he hates everybody. That's like his default is like crotchety.
And he has such tight comedy. It's fucking
I love
fantastic.
his tags. He's fucking funny as hell.
That once I like early on when I was doing comedy, I got told that I like had like a young Lewis Black energy, and I was like, that's the biggest compliment.
That is a really good compliment. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not a good compliment at all.
You don't like a 25-year-old with young Lewis Black energy.
You just basically said that you were bitching about nothing, that you were yelling at clouds.
Being funny about it.
Yeah, hey, listen, it wasn't a guy who told me that, it was a woman. So,
okay, well, that's
yeah. So she wanted to suck your
did
dick.
she suck you? Is the question.
maybe. Yeah, maybe
Did
she
she
did.
suck you, Malcolm?
Did she? Yeah, maybe she did. It's a comedy club.
Did she suck you?
Welcome everybody to the game of the day, and it is we are gonna play. Did she suck you? Malcolm. So this
Yes.
one, who told you that you had your comedy like a young Lewis Black? Did she suck you?
Yes.
$5 million fucking dollars.
Yeah! I stopped the fucking Schwab.
Stop the Schwab.
Stop the Schwab. Okay. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, is what they call it.
Yeah.
That's the score is for those.
She sucked on my Schwab.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Yeah, nice.
So,
nice.
To the game.
Yeah, so the score for those keeping track is Malcolm 0, Robert 1 because he.
Okay, so I have an answer. I think I have an
Let's hear
answer.
Okay, yeah.
For
who do you
for that.
think are not people?
I think people who constantly reply to like those like I don't know, it's been happening to my algorithm, which is a bad sign for myself. But been getting these like videos, especially on like Instagram reels, of just like these shitty business people who are just like, here's the way to do your lifestyle to earn your first $1 million. And they clearly like don't have money, and they're like constantly like kind of pushing like crypto schemes on you. It's not those people, because those people are making money on social media. It's the people in the comments who are oh my God, that's the best.
They're not real.
Yeah, sure. Like that's, I love you. Like I've been doing this every day. Like you've got such good like ideas. Like I've started my own drop shipping business. Like I think honestly, it's mostly people who started drop shipping businesses in the last 3 years.
Honestly, like both literally and figuratively, most of those people aren't real.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say this is true because that's a very cogent opinion. You forgot the point of the game, didn't you?
I did. I could lie and just come up with a different one.
Yeah, you could have lied and just be like, I was fucking with you. That's not true.
Yeah, no, I hate people who think the Titanic's not real.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, then you could just say that's false. You have to ride the line there, Malcolm.
A little too soon.
Okay,
for
fine.
Titanic jokes also. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I say people who think Dean Cain is a good actor.
Who's Dean Cain?
Who's Dean Cain?
Exactly.
Wasn't he that guy that put
he was Superman in the 90s.
You know, I thought Dean Cain was that weirdo on the Colbert Report who dumped a bunch of Doritos into a water filter.
They might have done that.
I have
Was
no
that Bill
idea,
Gates or Dean
honestly.
Cain?
Why would Bill Gates put a bunch of games
Why
into a
would
water
Bill Gates-
I
filter?
don't know. The Colbert Report in the early 2000s was very good, so it could have been either of them.
True.
Yeah.
True.
All right, Robert, let's hear yours.
People who I think aren't real people, I'm going to say the people who upload videos. Well, this goes doubly for the people who are commenting on the videos, but the people who put like the weird like facial react, like face react, and like and they sort of like go into Photoshop and make the eyes bigger of like Marvel MCU products that are like coming out and being just like MCU canceled once again, the worst thing that's ever happened to comic books. And I believe those people who upload those videos aren't real people.
Oh, you mean Comicsgate? Fuck those people. Just gonna put that out
Basically
there.
the Comicsgate people, yeah.
Just want to apologize in advance if you guys hear the squeaky toy going off in the background. That Sarge has a new squeaky buddy, and he has had 4 previous buddies who are now in the garbage due to his rough play. So I've had to purchase a very tough rubber squeaky buddy. But the unfortunate side effect is the squeaker in this buddy is very loud, and he can't get to it, so he can't rip it out like he usually does.
So it's just very squeaky.
Yeah, and I've also paid $24 for this curse. He loves getting my attention one of 2 ways: by chewing on this decibel meter breaking squeaky toy, or by whining at me for attention. And it's not like I don't ever give him attention. I promise you, I love my dog. I walk him all the time. When he barks, I wonder what he's saying to the other dogs, and if he wants to fuck chihuahuas. But
If the chihuahuas around him are size queens. We're back to
yeah,
this.
it's always back to bit 1.
My
Oh.
worst bit ever.
That's
Yeah.
that's a callback for all the loyal Seinfuckians out there.
That's a callback to the first episode.
Oh, yeah.
What do
5
we
episodes
call
later.
people who listen to the podcast? Seinfuckians?
Or Seinfuckers. I haven't decided.
Seinfuckers.
Seinfuckers. Okay, that's not bad.
That just sounds like people who like have sex, but they
Yeah,
also
yeah.
only communicate in sign language.
Well,
Oh
okay,
yeah,
hold
yeah.
on,
They
hold on.
only fuck
Time out.
people who can speak sign language.
Time out, because I don't want to be insensitive to the hearing impaired out there. We'll have some form of American Sign Language translation of Seinfuck available in the distant future when we have enough money to hire 3 independent interpreters, 1 for me, 1 for Malcolm, and 1 for Robert. I promise you mine will be the most physically attractive of the 3. That's my promise to you who can't hear
So
me.
we're going to release Seinfuck in Braille.
I think one of mine is just going to be it's just going to be a guy I went to elementary school, or I met in elementary school when I briefly wore hearing aids.
Wait, hold on a second. Why would we release it in Braille? Blind people can hear.
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Oh yeah. I can't. I'm blind to do the sign language. I'm blind.
I can't get the dick jokes if I can't see.
The deaf people walking around
I'm
trying
an
to find the
idiot.
bathroom.
I'll take it. I'm an idiot.
Okay, anyway. I'm going to say, Robert, that yours is false because there's so many other people you don't think are real people that this one is just a nitpick.
Yeah, it's small potatoes.
All right. This one's for all the marbles because I tire of you and this game.
You said up to 5.
Yeah, up to 5. So this one's worth 4 to 5 points, depending on who answers correctly.
Depending on who gets it.
Yeah, we're also working on company time here, so I'm not going to detain you much longer. How would you handle control over the world? How would you rule the world if you could grasp it by the balls and change everything? What would you do?
Malcolm.
First of all, I would listen to women.
False. Immediately false.
Not true at all.
Get him out of
Not
here.
true. It's not true at all. Alright, go ahead.
Fuck, you got me.
Oh, shucks.
Damn it. No, I feel like I've gone the first 2 times, so I'll let Robert actually go.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
That is the most evil thing I've ever heard in my life.
I wouldn't. If I could control the world, I wouldn't.
That is psychopath. I thought you meant you wouldn't change anything.
Oh, no, I just
would make nothing better.
I would just make everything the same. It's too much work. No,
I would just
no,
have more money.
I wouldn't take control of it. I would just let it be. Or I wouldn't. I would have someone else do it. If I was suddenly given the reins, I would give them to somebody else.
So I obviously need to rephrase this. This game's a fucking mess. Let's rephrase the question.
No, this is the true or false.
Yeah, it's the true or false for sure. Okay, Malcolm, your turn. We'll fucking give this one. We'll put this one off. Just blow its brains out in the backyard in a minute.
You didn't say whether mine was true or false.
I want to hear them both.
Okay.
Side by side.
All right. Okay, so his was just I won't.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Classic.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Okay, so I think what I would actually do instead of just listen
to women.
To women is I would probably I'd wind down a couple of these corporations, particularly internet corporations. We got to get that sorted. Free internet, get everyone on the bandwidth, because I think that's important. I feel like just
broadband,
I let fuck AT&T, fuck Rogers in Canada, fuck all these fucking telecommunications companies that just gouge and gouge and gouge. So I'd probably that'd probably be my first order of action. I'd go and get rid of them. And do I need to say more? Do I have to present a platform?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
And then the other one would be I would declare who the fourth try guy is. I'd give
you get the new try guy appointee. Dude, that's so funny.
Choose the new. Wait,
that's so funny.
To be the new try guy.
Dude, no. I would love Malcolm to be the new try guy. Just shows up on set like fucking.
No, and he does just the same thing. He's just like, I love my wife.
Malcolm, what you should do is you should appoint me as the new try guy so I could show up in a stained T-shirt and gym shorts every day, and fucking just totally ruin their spiffy guy fuckboy image and fucking just shit on everything they do.
You're just sitting in a lawn chair and your balls are hanging out there.
You can see my nuts through my jorts.
You're doing a great job, guys. You got a Paps in one hand.
They're windsurfing. And I was just on the beach. I was like, nah, I told him I wasn't gonna fucking do it. I said that shit's gay, and I meant it.
It's the try guys are playing the blackjack for the first time, and you're just like, no, I'm gonna play mahjong.
All right.
The superior gambler's choice.
I'm gonna say you both are telling the truth.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mine is correct as well. Yeah, I guess I'm not playing this game very well.
We'll workshop this one. We'll come back.
Yeah, I'm just telling the truth. Now,
let's circle back to this one at a later date. Let's put a pin in that.
No, we got two more. I think
it's got legs. It's got legs for sure. It's just that I want to kick the kneecaps on those legs really bad right now. So
want to take him behind the shed and break those knees.
It's my job as the father figure, to put this thing out of its misery. And I'm gonna say
you were literally the youngest here.
I'm gonna say that I won, and that you two should reflect on the terrible answers you gave.
Now, here's a plot twist that I'm going to give you. Harper, one of those was actually a lie. I'm a good actor. And now you got to determine which one of my three was an actual lie.
I'm going to say, let's see, you had the one about your childhood pedophile that turned out to be a homosexual.
But no, that was someone getting hit in the dick by a tree
branch. You're right.
My grandfather trying to jump over a monkey tree.
And you just told me that because you wanted this. Okay, I understand. Because you wanted this to be over as bad as I did. I get it. Yeah, as soon as the words for I was on the way to the Quick Trip today, and I was literally just like, this is such a good idea for a bit. This will do so well.
Can I amend this?
No, you got to commit to it.
No. We're committing to this bit this time, but let's circle back to it, because I think there actually is something here. Next time we could all ask a question of each other, and that's how we get the points. And we get points depending.
This just kind of comes across like one of those awkward orientation exercises when you do it like that, though. That's what I was trying to avoid. But at the same time, I love those awkward orientation exercises where I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna drill a hole in the squeaky toy.
Just
no.
fill it
let him
with water.
squeak.
Sasha, if you can hear me past the squeaking, I just want to let you know that I appreciate you. You're a valued member of the team, and I'm gonna do some CBT on myself later as recompense for this.
Good comedic timing there, Sarge.
Oh, he's great, dude. I was joking. My roommate was like squaring off with him the other day, like he was gonna fight him. And I was like, "Protect me, Sarge." And Sarge is just standing there, because he's an adult. I say, "I'll give you my chicken if you protect me." And he looks back at me with his ears perked up. Yeah, he's great.
No, I want to say we give it the win to Harper.
All right, fine.
Great.
We'll give the host
And
the win.
what was the second question I had? Well, who were fake people? I'm gonna say that that one was the lie, right?
No, that was the truth.
Oh no! So you didn't know a pedophile growing up?
No, that one's true.
Okay.
That was true.
Well, no, he didn't actually know. It was just a persecuted gay man.
Okay. No, I get it.
Yeah, it was the 90s.
It was the 90s. Everything was much cooler. I'm shocked that could happen in such a nice country like the one you have. People aren't super
It's a
judgmental.
nice country you got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically 90s suburban Canada is still better than today's suburban
No,
America.
I was kidding. I could totally believe it. You guys are the most judgmental pricks in the world.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
I do think that's one of the things with like Canadians that people kind of underestimate is the fact that like I think we're way meaner than most people give us credit for. There's always this thing of like Canadians are so nice, and then like you just like actually meet a few Canadians and you're like, what the fuck? Like people just assume I'm from America. They go like, oh, you like where are you like?
Oh, this guy's an asshole. He must be American.
When I was in Europe, I was in Oktoberfest. Where in America are you from? And I just lied. I was like, Seattle. I was just
Dude,
like,
yes.
I guess
You seem like a Seattlean.
He was just so sure of your Americanness.
yeah. I seem like a guy who like supported Chaz for the first hour, and then I was like, this is gonna really interrupt my commute.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes. Exact. Preach, brother. The people who say Canadians are nice are just stupid people, because Canadians aren't just nice; they're just mean, but in a very nice way. Like it's kind of like how
And
when
stupid
Southern
people can't tell the difference.
yeah,
Yeah.
they can't tell the difference. So like if a stupid person is being told like, "Wow, that's a really nice hat," they'll be like, "Well, thank you so much."
Oh, thank you very much there, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
I bought this for a shiny nickel.
You like my pith hat?
Do you want some of that sweet, fine George iced tea that I made, my Canadian friend?
Dude, my dad wore a pith hat everywhere.
Yes, I like your
speaking
piss
of.
hat.
No, pith.
A pit hat?
Pith.
Yes, a piss hat.
No, not
yes.
a piss hat. You fucking.
Yes, a piss hat.
All right.
What's a pip hat?
A pith.
It's a pith hat.
A pith hat is something the sub-Saharan African exploring English people wore.
Yeah, my grandpa had one.
Oh, that hat.
It's a safari
Yeah,
hat.
my grandpa had one, and I think it's in my brother's house right now.
I don't think you can wear that hat and look cool at the same time.
I don't know. My dad wore that and like a t-shirt tucked into cargo shorts with open-toed
Oh,
shoes.
Jesus.
Yeah, he looked like a.
And did he just beg the saddest woman you've ever seen?
Well, that's his dad's pastime.
No. My dad only.
No.
His dad is too busy trying to give away his inheritance, puss.
He's trying as hard as he can. He's told me. He showed me the screen caps. We're not gonna get into this now.
They won't take my credit card on only.
Yeah, it's dude. I want to run the fade on that so bad.
Oh, speaking of OnlyFans, I've been wanting to talk about this.
No.
Did you see that Rachel Dolezal started an OnlyFans?
I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? First of all, I saw an article and it said she was 44 years old, and I was like, in what fucking world is she 44?
She does not look 44.
Yeah, she absolutely does. She absolutely looks 44
No,
years
no.
old.
she
In
doesn't.
the pictures, she does not.
No.
If she can get injections to turn herself a darker color, don't you think that she can afford a little plastic surgery to lift her butt
No,
up?
I'm 100% on board with you, but it's hilarious watching the entirety of Black Twitter's brains explode because they're just like, there's what, like, if you just go into any of these tweets, it's like one that's just like, I guess I'm
Okay,
looking
just
at
a quick
Rachel
question.
Dolezal titties today.
Just a quick question, all right?
Yeah, what's
So
up?
if you do subscribe to this OnlyFans, does that also count as a donation to the NAACP?
No.
No, because she was
Well, I
fired.
have to adjust some tax submissions.
You were donating that much, so it shows up on your taxes.
Well, you know, the premium
Yeah,
expense.
her OnlyFans really confirms just how white she is.
Oh, yeah. No, and it's hilarious. Like everybody on Twitter, all of Black Twitter is just like, yeah, they have the main post. They're just like, well, I guess I didn't need to know Rachel Dolezal had an OnlyFans, and everywhere beneath it's just like, oh, you got a link.
Dude, people were thirsty. People are so sad, brother. They were thirsting out here after Nancy Pelosi, after seeing that one picture of her with her gams out at the beach.
I remember.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you know, that Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, what a stunner!
As long as I get to color Congresswoman while we do it.
Look at that Pelosi.
Pelosi.
Not Pelosi.
The Pelosi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, the Rachel Dolezal.
She used to slang that V. I didn't like that at all.
No, I really.
So, hold on. We'll reel this one back real quick. Okay.
Okay.
So,
I don't know, you know, Nancy Pelosi is, you know, 87. I'm 87.
Yeah, cool. Well,
I'm just gonna bad grandpa it like fucking yeah. I'm just gonna pull a Johnny Knoxville, pull up to the country club and try to you know get some Pelosi in my life. But no, let's actually break it down.
All right. You break it down. What do we break?
You asked to break it down. Let's break it down.
Let's break it down for a moment. All right. Let's start a conversation, a genuine conversation.
Okay.
What about?
The underside of my gut itches from time to time, and if I scratch it, sometimes it feels really good, and I'll keep itching it until I've like started just like peeling skin off of my gut, and I've like lost a significant amount of weight doing this.
The fuck?
What are you talking about? It sounds like you have a tapeworm.
No.
It sounds like you have like actual like skin infection.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, you're American. When was the last time you've been to the doctor?
Yeah. Do you have shingles? Do you have bed bugs? What did your dog bring into your house?
What's your dog bringing to your house, you little bitch?
I don't have it. Whoa, you call your dog a bitch?
Sarge isn't a bitch. He's a good
No, he's a
boy.
good boy. He's done nothing wrong. That's a joke. That's a joke, obviously, ladies and gentlemen. I do not
cut that part.
Yeah, cut the- you're asking me to break that down.
Cut
Hold on.
Harper trying to defend
Cut
himself.
everything after Pelosi.
Hold on. Yeah, everything after Pelosi.
No, you keep that joke in, and you
No, I think everything after
Heighten it.
Pelosi.
Hold on. Let me think.
You meant it.
Relatable.
What's relatable,
let's see.
please?
You ever?
Malcolm's just forgot. Okay, let's talk about this. So, Malcolm, how was your trip?
First of all, I was in Europe. I had a great time. Yeah. Okay. Shut up. Shut up. That's one thing I've been doing a lot more. Is like it'd be like someone saying something, and it's just kind of like going on for a little too long. You just go with like in that high voice. You go, shut up. You know, or they like have a joke that doesn't pan out, so you just go, "Shut up!"
I'm not doing a spit take for the shut up. No, that was really funny.
Yeah. So besides being mistaken for an American, what else did you do?
I was in Berlin. I was in Prague, which is an amazing city. That was blew me away. I didn't expect Prague to be so great. I was also in Vienna. And then I went to Munich, and I was there for Oktoberfest, which I'm gonna say something right now. Oktoberfest fucking sucks.
Damn.
I mean, it probably was cool like 20 plus years ago, but yeah.
The thing I didn't realize about Oktoberfest, like I thought, like, oh, it'll be all these like big like beer halls, and then like you just kind of go there. Like they've got them all set up. It's like different breweries and stuff, and it's like just littered. Like like several football fields are just littered with this. It's just a county fair. Like it's just like you go in. First of all, at least it's free admission. It's just like overpriced, like carnival games. There's like you got like all the classics. It's like you got like they had a roller coaster that was Olympic themed because I guess Munich's an Olympic city. I watched that Steven Spielberg movie and it was a real bummer.
Shut the fuck up.
That was my prep in Munich.
So is there are there better Oktoberfests, or did you just go to one that blew?
I think we went to like the biggest one.
Biggest Oktoberfest is basically just a county fair.
It is. It's like, and it's also all cash. So I was just blowing through cash because it's like, the good thing is it's like, first of all the beer is served in liters. So you're drinking so much fucking beer.
Oh, nice.
And it's not the most expensive, but they don't take card, so you have to like constantly cash. There's also there's hard to get tables and rooms. So we spent like the first like 2 hours just trying to find a place to like sit. We ended up going to like a small tent in the back, and then it's just like again carnival games. It's like there's like a elevator kind of type ride. There's like get some smaller roller coasters. There's like the kids section. Oddly enough, no garbage cans anywhere, even though like people were just like, that was the weirdest thing. Tons of washrooms, obviously, thank God.
What do you mean there's no garbage
but there was like no garbage. Like we literally we ate some currywurst, which is delicious. I love a currywurst now. But then you're like,
it's a euphemism.
Easy.
Listen, I can't say that anymore.
But you could say that curry isn't the worst.
Boo.
Boo.
Shut the fuck up.
Keep that in.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Shut the fuck
Lordy.
up.
So there are no fucking trash cans.
No trash cans. I was also going maybe I can find some Lederhosen. Maybe I can join in. Can't find fucking Lederhosen anywhere.
You're so
even though everyone's wearing it.
I'm just imagining Malcolm, fucking pretty big guy, just in full on Lederhosen.
Well, here's the thing. It turns out I'm a pretty average sized guy in Germany.
No,
okay. I mean, they're pretty They're pretty.
That's where all the tall men are.
I can just picture Malcolm walking around Oktoberfest going like, "Excuse me, I'm American from Seattle. Where do I buy Lederhosen?"
Yeah, that's exactly almost what I was doing.
Where do I culturally appropriate you? Where do I go for the cultural appropriation? Is it over there? Is it that tent there?
Yeah.
I mean, they seemed fine with it. They were like, this is the first, they were like, this is the first time in 2 years we were doing Oktoberfest. Also, it turns out we went on a weekend, which is the worst time to go to Oktoberfest. We should, because it's a 2-week festival. We should have done it in the middle of the week or something, which is fine. Okay. We also I thought it was also gonna be more in Old Town, but it's just in a parking lot that they just cleared out to put a fucking fair in.
Maybe they couldn't get the right permits or something to actually been in a desirable place.
Munich. The only thing, Munich, former Olympic city. We can't get the permitting correct. That's why it's in a fucking parking lot.
I don't know.
It sounds like something that could happen.
But it was one of those things that afterwards, I think the friends I was with were all like, "Yeah, we did that." it was so disappointing.
I mean, at least Prague was really cool. I've always wanted to go to Prague.
Prague was great. The other parts of Munich were really cool. I went to this palace in Munich that was home to a guy named Ludwig I, who is the creator of Oktoberfest. And I want to say right now, Ludwig I, real fuckboy.
Wow.
This guy in the palace, in the Bavarian palace, he's Ludwig I of Bavaria. Had a whole room dedicated, which he called his Hall of Women. And what that was is that there's this room, and you just see all these portraits of women, and we're like, did he paint these himself? No, they're just women that he saw around town in the world, and he would be so struck by them. Okay, he was slanging that D, that he that he would just have them painted. So like all of a sudden, like all these big women who all kind of looked the same, by the way, I'm not gonna lie. Like there wasn't like
He had a type.
he had a type and he went for it. But it was like in the tour, they're like, yeah, so some of these women are like, actually like actual noblemen or noble women. Or, some people are like aristocratic, like classed people. And then there were just people where it's like, yeah, so that's like the daughter of a locksmith. That was just a mother of 8 kids.
This man had like a revolving door of just like he fucks them and then he just kind of sits them in front of the portrait. So it's just like, hey, draw this one real quick. I want to savor the memory. This guy was like, you know how the guys like, what is it? The pickup artist on Instagram who always like take pictures of the girl.
Oh, I don't know that guy's name. This is Chris Angel lookalike fellow.
Yeah, where he basically just like he does like pickup artist like tips.
You look so crazy. I want to get your picture.
That was basically him. And he one of the most prominent people he had an affair with was a dancer named let me look up her name. Lola Montez. Which I guess like caused a giant scandal because she has like I think if I'm not mistaken, one of the largest portraits in that like hall of women, that room. Like,
so he really liked that one.
Yeah, she was like an Irish dancer who like it turns out was like a really shitty dancer. Like she was just like not a good dancer at all. This is also at Nymphenburg Palace, which had great, gorgeous grounds. They basically, once the monarchy died out, / Bavaria became Germany, they just turned the palace into like basically a park. So it's just like a public park. The grounds are
Nymphenburg, more like Milfenburg.
Oh my god!
Get them out of here.
This is God.
But there's also like there's another woman who like it was like featured in the in like the palace as well, and like she was this 18-year-old girl who was forced to marry like the 71-year-old king. I believe it was like King Max, and she wouldn't have sex with him. She was like, "I'm not fucking you. Like, I'm not going to give you a child."
Wow.
And she withheld for 2 years. He died. I assume because he was so backed up. And then
it's just so blue.
And then after he died, she basically negotiated this deal that she would pick like the next line to take over Bavaria and in exchange for her to get a bunch of properties. And then she did that, ended up becoming like, a big like property owner in Bavaria at the time, and never married again. So
fucking hell yeah, know your worth, fucking girl.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So she was the opposite of Ludwig, who just like he was so horny that he started Oktoberfest just to be around people.
So horny, he made an entire event just for women to walk around with giant steins of beer and cleavage. And then this other girl did girl boss, gaslight, gatekeep.
And then Lola was just kind of like, I want to be a dancer, and then like blackmailed like aristocrats into letting her perform.
Just being the biggest fucking this is great. I love this. This is good European politics, girl bossing your way to be one of the biggest landlords in Germany versus being so shit at dancing, probably not shit at other things that, go behind closed doors. And then a dude who's just so horny, he's got a portrait hall. Yeah.
And then Ludwig, apparently he died when he was 81. And I think it was just from coming so much. He was just so dry.
I'm coming. I mean, 81 for back then is quite impressive. Secret of longevity there, guys. Keep it coming. Keep the ropes a-flying.
This is not the secret of longevity.
Well, hey, listen, I remember there was an interview, Ernest Borgnine, legendary actor Ernest Borgnine, who, when he was in his 90s, someone asked him, what's the secret for living a long life? And he did say, he's like, I still jerk it almost every day.
Oh, so, there it is.
Fucking base.
Which is like, I was like a 91-year-old. And I think it was just like on like Good Morning America or something. Like it was like It was
So
wild.
fucking
I
big.
start off my day with a little bit of Vaseline in one hand and jerk off.
My name is. God damn it. My name is Ernest Borgnine. I live in the American Gardens building.
He didn't say that on Good Morning America. He said that on Fox and Friends.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
exactly
my
where that
God.
belongs.
I'll
So,
tell you first things first. I turn on Nickelodeon.
yeah. So he's like, they were like, legendary actor Ernest Borgnine. It's like, how are you doing it? And it's just like, I still jerk it off.
Every day.
Every day I get that lotion and I fucking go to town.
Often use a lotion with no alcohol. Because
God.
alcohol
I'm listening.
makes
Yeah,
you
I have my old magazines from 1944. Where I'm jerking it to a private photo of Audrey Hepburn.
Private photo.
What is the American Psycho line? Just like, I don't use a face or what is a face mask or whatever. God damn it.
No alcohol, because alcohol dries your skin, makes you look older.
Yeah, and makes your dick look wrinklier.
Yeah, it makes my dick look smaller.
You ever seen old man dick before?
No.
Like a long, hard old man cock.
Not a hard one.
Not a
Like,
hard one.
So-
So what did it?
All right, hold
Yeah,
on,
you're
hold on,
saying,
hold on.
pedophiles with me, but you're the one looking at
Yeah,
it.
you're
no,
the
that's
one
hard
talking
cock.
about seeing
Okay.
hard
All right,
old
hold
man.
The
on.
dick.
hardest,
All right.
oldest cock.
Well, you're mischaracterizing me for no reason right now, and
You're
having
doing
a-
it for a reason. It's called It's
I'm
Funny.
a very litigious man. I could sick my fleet of lawyers on you at any moment. The reason being, when I was younger, with a Wi-Fi connection and a PlayStation Portable.
Everyone knows where this is going.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, they knew as soon as I said Wi-Fi connection. I could have just said I had a fucking toaster, and they would have been like, "Oh yeah, I know that."
I had a TV with or I had a refrigerator with a touch screen. I had Wi-Fi. I knew exactly what I'd be doing on there.
Oh, I know what you're saying. But there's this guy's cock I remember very well because it like made me sick.
Sick from how much you wanted it.
Just fucking some fucking like beat up broad, not even like an old woman, just like a porn star with no mileage left, you know?
Jesus.
And like,
So she's just moved to Las Vegas or is about to.
right, you know, something along those lines, or has been out in the sun too long. And it looks like his cock has been broken and like repaired surgically. Like it's a multi-segmented thing, like sort of like when you open the bag of hot links and pull one out, another one follows with it, you know? It kind of looked like
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
And I wanted to ask you guys if that's normal or if I should go see a doctor.
I would say see a doctor.
Wait, I thought this was. Are you saying you have old man dick?
Huh? No, I saw it once. I just wanted to know if it's normal.
But you said you go to a doctor.
If he should, is it normal or?
Do you have his like MySpace message
I
or something?
have
Like I don't.
I have a perfectly good penis, a very straight, hard, long penis. I guarantee you.
That you not the last episode, but the episode before last, whenever that comes out.
Yeah, you have a penis that's so straight it always misses the G spot.
Exactly.
It's like a needle going in. If I'm not hitting the back of the uterus without hitting anything else on the way, I'm doing it wrong.
Well, that's true. And Robert, we stopped doing the truth or lie game earlier. You don't have to
Yeah.
put yourself out there.
I assume that when you have sex, you listen to that song and just
Yeah.
like do do do.
Please, boys.
just cut out with us actually saying it and then put in the actual music, or like maybe put it over us so we sound less stupid.
The problem is no, we keep it because when I was making that I was reenacting the song, I was also trying to thrust with it because that's the only way I can listen to that song.
What you should do?
Just to try to imagine how the movement.
It's the only thing that gets you hard anymore. Yeah, I know.
What was I just talking about?
Old man dick.
Yeah, old man cock.
PS Vita with a
Yeah.
Wi-Fi
I
connection.
couldn't afford the Vita. It was just a PSP.
So where did you find this old man's cock? Where was it found?
Where did you find it, bitch?
Where did you see it?
What are you talking about? That's right. I couldn't tell you. I don't have a catalog of that stuff.
Yeah, I just like go into your internet history. I'm like, I'm hacking the main.
Yeah. Stop.
And then
My catalog of old man cock.
Yeah.
Like, let me give you guys some good advice, by the way, about that song. It's probably the easiest way to out yourself as a Redditor these days, and you don't want to do that in public. Some people have very strong opinions.
I didn't even touch Reddit about it. It was on Twitter.
Oof, worse. The Switch stopping are gonna be fucking executing you.
Twitter is like the only thing I use anymore because I hate myself.
Yeah, Twitter is funny because you can find tons of people with your exact opinion doing battle with the exact opposite of that opinion, and no one's right somehow. Like, even though these people share your opinion, you're still just like, I don't know about this. I wouldn't say it though, you know?
This guy's an asshole.
Like, you know who my favorite Twitter controversy of recent memory. Do you guys see that the G4 relaunched? I don't know if you would have seen it, Malcolm.
Oh yeah, they just had the big layoffs.
Yeah, they've had a bunch of layoffs.
Oh yeah, didn't one of the guys get fired because he fucking partied with Andrew Tate?
Oh shit, I didn't know about that. That's great. No, that's just another reason to enjoy this spectacle.
That guy got promoted. They're
Yeah, he
like,
got promoted.
this guy fucks.
Yeah, that's why it's been so shit lately. They made that guy the CEO.
No, the show would be markedly better if they did that. But what they've done is they've done a round of layoffs because no one's watching this new G4, where
Yeah.
I think Frosk is her name, comes out and berates their audience for being sexist. Like, in the first few episodes, she does this, and like everyone knew this was going to be coming because it's like a bunch of influencers they've hired to be on a Axis TV show, you know. And
Yeah.
it's just not good.
I mean, it's a TV show and it has influencers. It was going to
I
fail.
just want to say this for anyone who knows what Attack of the Show is or watched G4. Are you going to tell me that you saw Kevin Pereira kiss another man and didn't know where this was going immediately? Like, Kevin Pereira is like the single most sexist person on TV in 2008.
The entire joke was of those years was just the fact that he was sexually harassing.
Yeah, sexually
Olivia Munn.
harassing Olivia Munn. To be honest, like, it seemed like she was cool with it, but that's not my place to say. That's Olivia's story to tell, and I'm sure that her big, buff, coke-addicted husband will stand her ground for her if she ever needs it.
John Mulaney.
Yeah, John Mulaney.
The giant buff beefcake who also does coke. John Mulaney.
That 5'4" noodle that speaks effeminately.
The man who made his entire identity being slightly awkward and loving his wife, who then cheated on his wife.
Does it hurt you?
I'm going to say this. I did watch Mulaney, his stand-up not too long ago. I went to a stand-up show, and it was quite good.
An endorsement.
Because he actually talks about everything. Like, he's
of course he does.
I got to give him some credit there. But also, I also believe that, like, I've definitely with his wife. I do believe that, you know, she made the right choice to leave him because he was a fucking raging crack addict.
Yeah.
He was a coke addict. He was doing crazy shit.
Like, legitimately, he made his entire comedic persona being socially awkward, loving his wife, and being a teetotaler / former alcoholic. And then he just went completely off the rails after having like a good summer as a stand-up comedian, and then now he's back after rehab and after he knocked up Olivia Munn, which, you know, fair dues.
Yeah, well, they named, you know, fun fact, they named that kid after me. I was just such an influence.
Yes, dude.
You know, they have the little baby Malcolm. I'm a Malcolm.
Just a quick question here.
Yeah.
Knowing that goofy piece of shit is hitting Olivia Munn, does it drive you insane, crazy? Does it make you angry? How do you feel about that?
I'm sure Kevin Pereira.
Adam Sessler and Kevin Pereira doing the fusion dance.
Here's the thing with Olivia Munn, all right? Here's the thing. I had a crush on her when I was younger, and then she did 4 seasons of The Newsroom, and my dick has never been softer.
All right, well, that's fair.
That's because it was The Newsroom. It's worse than it has West Wing brain is a real thing, and Newsroom was just more of that.
You remember like classic The Onion, like 2011 The Onion?
Yeah.
There's my favorite Onion video of all time. It's just like, we're sending more straight people to war. We're preventing gay people from going to war because they're the most precious
per-
resource in America.
protecting our
We
precious gays.
have to protect our precious gays.
But did that relate to anything, or that was just it's just a really good Onion
when I think
bit?
of Newsroom, I think of the Onion because I hate everything and everyone.
I still think that one of the best Onion bits is just them being like, the worst guy you know made a really good point.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Oh yeah, and everyone knows that guy now as that guy. Well, everyone on Twitter at least. So like 6% of the population max.
I saw another one the other day that was just like young people increasingly disinterested in office politics.
Instead of okay, yeah, there you
into
go.
office zone to get kids back interested into office politics, like refilling the coffee maker when they're using it.
This one might hit a little too close to home, but here's a good kind of Onion clickhole article or title that made me laugh, which is, fuck, this guy just passed off something from a podcast, his own idea, which means he definitely noticed when you did the same thing from the same podcast 20 minutes ago.
Unbelievable. It's my life.
Well, thank you, everybody. We are going to sue you if you do not give us our fair dues.
The proof is in the pudding.
We will find you. We will know.
Don't believe me?
Here's another clickhold article title that just, I think works if you're a very specific person.
Yeah.
It goes, who gives a fuck about an Oxford comma? They do. Meet the 4 Columbia prepsters who prove that caring about grammar just might rock.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. Who here's listened to Vampire Weekend? Fellas, Vampire Weekend? I get it. You guys are from Arizona, so you love Jimmy Eat World.
From San Diego. He's from Arizona.
Yeah. What's the band from San Diego that everyone knows about?
The Aquabats.
They're from Orange County, but that would be fucking awesome. I don't know what is.
Yeah, because I'm from Vancouver, so that's where Nickelback's from.
Let me tell you something about Jimmy Eat World, by the way. If you polled like people on the street if they listen to Jimmy Eat World and like could somehow know who was lying to you, I guarantee you 9 out of 10 people would lie to you and say they know who Jimmy Eat World is, because this state is the most superficial piece of garbage in the entire union.
You know, who do we have that came from San Diego?
Who?
Blink 182.
Oh, hell yeah. I love Blink 182. See, I think in a previous episode, I panicked and said Nickelback was my favorite band, but I was thinking about it after recording, and I actually believe it might be Blink 182. I get very nostalgic when their music comes on.
It is nostalgia music. It is like built-in nostalgia music.
Yeah, even their newer stuff, I'll be like, holy shit, they really they got back to the vibes that I'm looking for.
They countered the sounds of my childhood.
And the thing is they kept the vibes going even after Tom DeLonge left to chase fucking UFOs around the desert.
we support this, by the way.
Yeah, he had his panic attack.
Very base.
I was thinking about it. I was like thinking about these punk bands because like so many of it, like their songs, are like have this angst quality to them about being young. And I'm like, now, like especially the punk bands from like the early 2000s, they're all older now. They're all like clearly like they're in their 40s and like 50s. And I just like kind of keep picturing them just being like, like singing songs, being like, I fucking hate my stepdad. He is the worst. Guy's like a 43-year-old.
We're going to be accurate. It's like, my 401k doesn't have great returns.
I can't connect with my daughter. She likes TikTok and I hate her.
Oh,
you're like, you hate her. You hate your daughter.
It's the vibe is Midwest emo. You guys ever listen to any of that?
Oh, it's great.
Because like
how does that
you're failing to capture the real essence.
It's basically think of math rock, but someone's whining over it.
Yeah. So the big formula to writing a Midwest emo song is to just picture the smell of pizza in your mind, right?
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and then whine about how much you hate the city you grew up in for at least 3 minutes.
Yeah, while in the background some like 7 to 16 fucking time guitar solo starts playing.
This town sucks my dick.
Yeah, I just like, yeah, it's like, I grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I hate their Philbrook Museum of Art.
Just Google Oklahoma.
I
Just-
fingered a
just
girl when
talking.
I was 16 at the Tulsa Zoo. I fucking hate them for shooting that rhino.
Why do you know so much about Tulsa? What the fuck?
It's just all very specific about the Tulsa Zoo.
We're all really curious.
I thought about jumping into the river, but the bridge was too short. I tried to hang myself at the botanical garden. The tree branch.
Did you really just Google Tulsa?
But the tree branch couldn't hold my weight.
I don't know.
That's awesome.
Harper, why don't you start singing about, like, I don't know, the Circle K that was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? That's your Midwest emo rock.
I'm trying to use the phone booth, but no one is gonna let me. These jerks in jorts and high tops are talking a long time.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
I wanted a slushy. They only had the small cups, so I burnt the fucking Circle K to the ground. Cause I miss you. And I hate
Too
this
perfect.
fucking town.
It's too perfect. It's too fucking perfect.
This town.
Yeah, this town where I can't get a job at the Bass Pro Shops and my dad doesn't respect me. So I'm stuck working at Panda Express and I fucking hate their chicken.
I got stopped by the lake authority because I didn't have a Tonto pass.
Okay, if we ever have listeners, like, I'm sorry, if anyone is ever listening to us, someone needs to do a remix of that and just put an actual, like, fucking Midwest fucking track over it, because it's perfect. It is too perfect.
Yeah, my girlfriend's name is Brittany. My other girlfriend's name's Brittany. I also had a third girlfriend, and guess what? Her name was also
name's
Brittany.
Brittany.
But that was her middle name, so I'm not sure if it counts.
I told
My
my parents I
stepdad.
was gonna stay at my friend Robert's house, but I stole his vodka and left at 6 to go and see a lady I know.
Yeah, did that actually happen, or am I mentally blocking that?
Latter.
Cool.
Yeah, you know what I thought was cool is like when I used to like stealing liquor from my friends' parents, you know. Well, because it's only happened like once or twice in my entire life, and I thought I was really cool for doing it. And
So you were 14.
I was 14, and I'm sure you were
Yeah.
once too. If you could,
Oh yeah, very suicidal too.
well,
That's a
yeah,
callback.
yeah.
A very sad
we're
callback.
trying to put this one up out of the bring the nose up. On
Yeah,
this
anytime
one,
you
it's
say
like,
suicide, you go.
Just so it makes it sound like I'm saying some fucked up racial slur.
Yeah, we got one of those shock collars for when you start talking about feeling suicidal as a teenager. And but instead of shocking you though, it's gonna shock this Tan Sharpay.
No, it's going. Oh no, I could never say
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
No, it should shock my parents,
What
I
the
guess.
fuck? Well, yeah, you would like that, wouldn't
It's
you?
like, you did this to me.
Yeah, you just get up in the morning, you wake up, and they're just like, "Hey, Robert, how's it going?" You're just like, "When I was 14, I was suicidal."
And it just starts seizing.
Yeah, that would go great at work too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you feel like you're down because you're feeling safe, corporate ghoul bosses are making you participate in a Harry Potter themed compliance training, I want you to remember these words. In 2 weeks, you could have a completely different job and never see those fuckers again. Just think about that. You could leave, quit, go away. You don't have to stay in that fucking job. Okay? Let me break it down for you. No one is going to pay you more because you're at the company longer. The people that are getting those gratuity payments and increased wages for having been at the company longer, they're seniors. And the management team acknowledges they're going to be there until they die. So they gave them a watch for their 5th year. You're different. You're in your mid-20s, presumably. And more than likely male. if the demographic research is anything to indicate our listening base here.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I've actually got a letter from a fan, Malcolm.
All right. What did they say?
Let me just grab it here. Okay. Dear Seinfuck crew, you guys have really gotten me through a tough time. My office is full of the feeling safe corporate ghouls that Harper's always talking about.
That he's only mentioned in this episode.
Robert always makes me smile
Oh.
with his constant talk about how he was suicidal as a 14-year-old, like I was. I wish you would replace Malcolm. When I was listening to your previous episode...
What the fuck?
Well, hold on. He goes on.
All right. I'll hear him out.
When I was listening to your previous episode, hilarious, by the way, and listening to the Newlywed Game that you two played, I thought that I was going to bust a gut at the hypothetical hilarity that was being proposed between you and Robert and the muddying of your sexual orientations that followed. Canadians are not real people. I wanted to take this moment to gratify our senses mutually and tell you that your podcast has saved my life several times on a daily basis. Thank you. And that's from Roddy G in Tuscaloosa, Mississippi.
Can we make this a constant thing where you read
The mailbag? Fake?
No,
This
I'm
is
sorry.
real. Commit.
I'm sorry. Harper.
It's a real letter.
Harper needs a segment where he reads our very real fan mail that we've gotten over the
tons
years
of
and
letters.
years we've been in operation.
Here, I got another one. Hold on.
All right.
No,
Perfect. You're getting all the fan mail because you're a local mailman.
Yeah, I go to the post office. We have a P.O. box, which we'll set in the description here. This one's specifically addressed to you, Malcolm.
Oh, no. All right, let me hear it out.
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st.
I'm going to kill you.
I'm gonna fucking strangle you.
It's from Patrick
Oh,
B.
God damn it. End it.
I'm gonna take an axe. I'm going to sharpen it in the Canadian forest.
No. Okay. It's for real. This is a real letter from a
I
real
think
friend,
that could have been a good way to place to end it.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
just saying.
But let me just get this bonus one out here, okay?
Okay. Let's go.
Dear
Right.
That's very mean. First things first.
Wow, that's a
God, you can't say that anymore, man.
Yeah, we can't call our fan base that.
Look, we have to give people time.
No, our fans are calling us that.
Yeah,
they should be canceled.
They're calling us that.
This is from
Bitch, what?
Okay, look, this is not us making up this is a genuine letter that we've genuinely received from a genuine listener.
From our very real fans.
Very real fans, okay? So to reiterate, dear son, please stop making podcasts. Malcolm is the only good member of this podcast, and his several comedic attempts to bring your I can't read this. I think it's a shit-laced production out of the mud have delighted me, as I hope and pray on your downfall, Buck and Delilah. P.S.
Wow, that's really mean.
Canada #1, suck my fat cock.
Ah.
Oh, there's a PSS in this PDF that you sent me, Harper.
You know he's a true fan because he calls Harper Buck.
This PDF that you've sent me, Harper, like it has a PSS, and the bottom it says, "I love Malcolm despite the allegations." What is he talking about?
Oh, he must be talking about is those elementary school visits that he started paying in late 2022.
All right, I don't like this bit. I don't like where this is going. No.
That's a great one. I like that tag. I like your observation of that tagger. Sasha, if you could bleep out all the uses in this, that would be fantastic. Our fans,
but don't bleep out that part, so though our listeners know that we said Harper's saying
to our dedicated listeners out there, we will put the P.O. box in the description, but we're kindly asking you to refrain from being Canadian or using the slur in future submissions. And thank you.
Definitely. Especially the Canadian.
I think that's all the time.
If you enjoyed that, just email us at seinfuck@gmail.com.
Yeah. Malcolm, I wanted to apologize.
Yes, thank you.
We've done a lot of harm to your public image by simply
We? Who's we? These are the
me,
viewers.
you and me, I, the royal we,
The royal we. Okay. The royal
me,
we.
myself, and Robert have done a lot of harm to your public image, and we wanted to apologize and give you this moment to plug all your great podcasts.
Cut it there. Cut it there.